Welcome back to Across Louisiana. You know, it's been a while since we've got a visit from the Greater Baton Rouge Food Bank. Always glad to hear from them and the great work they're doing here in the Greater Baton Rouge community. And here to tell us all about that and some empty bowls is Mike Manning. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Good to be here again.
For folks who might not be familiar with the wide reach that you have here in the community, tell them a little bit about the impact that the Greater Baton Rouge Food Bank makes.
Well, if you take East Baton Rouge Parish and you draw a big circle around it, we serve the other 10 parishes that surround East Baton Rouge Parish as well as East Baton Rouge Parish. So if you start over in St. Helena, go over through the Felicianas, down to Point Coupee, Iberville, all the way down to Assumption, St. James, Ascension, and Livingston with East and West Baton Rouge, that's our service area. So we have a pretty large service area to cover and a lot of people who are in need.
That's really quite a footprint when you think about it, and really it's a lot of lives that you're making a difference in.
Well, and that's what we focus on, and the last estimate we served about 87,000 different individuals.
Wow, that's amazing. Well, I know you have an exciting event coming up. It's called Empty Bowls. Tell us about that.
Well, Empty Bowls is a take on trying to remind people of the situation in our community where people are at home with an empty bowl. They don't have any food to put in it or whatever. So it's really a nice situation. It's a nice joining of the arts with the people who make the bowls and the need. So you look around and for $20 you can buy a ticket and you'll get a bowl of soup, but you'll also be able to pick one of these similar to these beautiful ceramic bowls.
Have a couple here with us today, that's right.
And there are some that are traditional bowls, there are some that are more elegant, more artistic. So it's really a good opportunity to go see something that's a little different and have a family fun event. It's
a really inventive idea too, to sort of get the arts community involved with that. Obviously they're creating this great work and giving it to this great cause. Tell the folks a little bit about it. Where's it going to be and what do they need to do?
Okay, it'll be on March 19th. It'll be from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. It'll be at Ingleside Methodist Church on Capitol Heights Avenue. And you can go online to the Food Bank's website and buy tickets. And we suggest that you do that because they're selling pretty quickly. And it was very popular last year, and we fully expect it'll be very popular again this year with the numbers we're seeing of sales already.
You know, I know to put on a great event of this nature always requires a great team effort, and you're not able to do it without the help of generous and grateful sponsors. Tell us a little bit about those.
Well, first I want to thank the volunteers who make this happen. They're the team that comes together to make an event like this go off. It's not us. We're the beneficiary, but that volunteer group, that committee, is really making it happen, and they're the ones leading it in the community. But then you also have to thank Alligator Clay and LSU Ceramics for all their efforts with the bowls, to actually make the bowls possible.
I know when we were talking a little bit off camera is that, you know, we're kind of coming out of the holiday time, but this is a need that exists year-round here in the Greater Baton Rouge community, isn't it?
That's correct, and this is great in that it will help start to build us up to try to get through the summer when it's very challenging because people aren't thinking about the food bank of those less fortunate. They're thinking about what are they going to do for vacation, what are they going to do with the kids for the summer. And then we also face the increased need of children being out of school and not having the free or reduced school lunch program for breakfast or lunch to assist them.
So it's really important now that folks kind of get involved and take part now so that you're prepared for that time when it comes.
Right, and that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to make sure that we can get through the summer and the challenge that creates for us.
That's really it's amazing to me when I look, every time we have you on, the amount of people that are touched by this. I mean, some of the figures are just staggering, over 8.7 million meals.
Yeah, 8.7 million meals. And if you take all of the federal feeding programs, the alphabet soup, if you will, of all these federal feeding programs from TFAP to CSFP to WIC, and you take all those federal feeding programs and you take the 8.7 million meals that we generated last year, we're still 20 million meals short of making sure that people are food secure. And that's in our service area. And the difference between food security and insecurity is knowing that you're going to have a meal and having one.
Absolutely. And I know one of the great things about the Greater Baton Rouge Food Bank is it's not just these, you know, ordinary individuals that are getting this help, but you also provide a great benefit to many agencies as well.
We have over 115 agencies in those parishes, and they're really our front line. They're the ones that distribute the food, and we feel that's very important because they're the ones that know who's in need and who isn't. So We're getting the food to the right people, the people who really need it.
Well, Empty Bowls sounds like a great event. I know people are going to want to take part in it. Really quickly tell them where they can go to find out more information and get involved.
They can go to our website, www.brfoodbank.org, and buy tickets and get all the information they need about the event.
Mike Manning, everybody, thanks so much for coming on and telling
Thanks,
us all
Nils.
about
Appreciate it.
Sure thing. When we come back on Across Louisiana, we'll find out all about the One Stop Center. Don't miss it.